completely engross himself in yogic methodology and training. But he records later that he was so egoistic, he was so rajasic in nature, that he felt that without him, India cannot get independence. And when again, the inner intuition, not the concrete mind, not the knowledge-based mind, but the intuitive mind suggested him to stop his political activities. He said, let me see for 2 or 3 more years and then think. And he was arrested. The 1 year of Aurobindo, 1908 to 1909, even though for external viewpoint was a very bad period. He has to live in seclusion. But after 1 year, he really understood that it was the Alipur ashram and not the jail. This again gives us a very important message that for Aurobindo, the 1 year jail period in seclusion, where he has to live in a room 9 by 5, where he has to bathe there, answer his nature's call, eat and sleep, was an ashram for him. Can you understand what it means? It means that whatever may be the situation in your life, it cannot be worse than what Aurobindo faced. And the most important thing is that in that particular 1 year period, Aurobindo came face to face with God. He understood his destiny, and he had very mystic and occult experiences. Let me share with you some of those experiences, because this is what we have to gain until we ourselves find our destiny and purpose of life. Again, you understand this sentence. First of all, we'll have to negate the tamasic approach. And the most tamasic approach is acquiring money. So the first and foremost aspects of understanding the divine and intuitive knowledge is that money for you is only a tool. You should always use it to the minimum, and you should take it as a trust given by Providence to use it for the development of others. This particular approach to money can be understood by the old saying as plain living and high thinking. This is what, first of all, those who want to change the world, those of us who are Mission R.K. members, those of us who want to be called as spiritualists and sadhakas, they should understand that not only money, but their approach towards sadhana also must change. They should not be selfish and think that they are working for their own liberation, developing into higher and higher levels of consciousness, feeling proud that they are separate from the humanity. But they should know that the entire sadhana they are doing, the spiritual practices they are doing, is for the upliftment of the world and not for himself. Keeping this in mind, I come to the Rajasic aspect is mainly to search for the purpose of life. First, Aurobindo started as an educationist, later as a revolutionist and a man who was interested in developing the desire in the Indian public to get freedom. This particular approach of 14 years, that is from his 21st year to his 14th year, that is for his 35th year, can be known as the search for the goal. And from his example, we can also understand that many times we are given an opportunity and guidance. And just as Aurobindo missed the call, we may be also missing the call. And these words which you are hearing may be the call from the divine. It is so silent in its approach towards us that we always miss the bus. Whenever God approaches us, we will be looking somewhere else. So maybe this particular words which you are hearing is the intuitional call which you are hearing through the life of Aurobindo. Don't miss it. And when I say don't miss it, don't miss the two approaches to life. One is about the money, and the other is for the goal. After his Alipur experiences in jail, the first and foremost thing that Aurobindo thought was, let me search the truth of the yogic sadhanas. He was not at all interested in yoga as a self-development process to become a great yogi, a great philosopher, or a great saint. His approach towards yoga is, can it be of any help for humanity, especially for getting independence to India? In Alipur jail, he understood that instead of all these revolutions and freedom fighters organizing themselves into various segments and fighting for the cause, yoga can give a true means, a direct approach to fight for the cause. In this way, he started his yoga, reading Upanishads and Gita, and doing some pranayamas. And one day he found that when he was thinking that in yoga books it is written that man can levitate, he found himself rising from the ground. Can you understand what it means? It means that there is a state of mind which gives what you think immediately. What you think becomes a truth. What you think becomes a fact, not an imagination, and you have to do nothing except to reach that state of mind. This state of mind, according to the yogic literature and the name given by Aurobindo, belongs to the higher mind and the illumined mind. The higher mind and illumined mind somewhat synchronize themselves. Sometimes the illumined mind comes down to the higher mind, and sometimes the higher mind reaches the illumined mind. This state of yogic consciousness, Aurobindo found, gives a very great illuminating factor that the entire world is Vasudeva. Vasudeva Sarvamiti. There he says that he used to send some notes to his lawyer about some aspects of the court trial, saying that some were correct and some were wrong. But when he came to this illumined mind level, he found that he need not give any guidance to his lawyer, because he found that the boss of his